Just gonna say that right now. People should play it.
Yep, it is down with the haters.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of hate for this game, that's for sure. But it comes down to, I think for the speedrun purpose, it comes down to a lot of what you're comfortable with. Like, there's some really awkward movement at first, but once you get kind of used to it, it's pretty fun to do. So.
Yeah, most of the hate comes from the mechanics, because, well, I guess you can't jump out of your slide.
Yeah.
So
Boss fights get a lot of criticism too.
Yeah. You ready to go? Cool. All right, I'll give you a countdown then. 3, 2, 1, go. So we're gonna go to wind first, because wind is flame's weakness, and we want to get flame fairly early on in the route because it's a really powerful weapon. Like we sort of alluded to, the movement's feels almost a little bit clunky at first because you can't jump out of slides, very similar to what we just saw Null do in Game Gear. But in this game, when you cancel a slide, you come to a complete stop. So the movement, like I said, it looks really sort of clunky at first because you see a lot of spots where Mega Man almost looks like he's not even moving. And that's why you'll see, like, even there, I do like a little hop out of my slide, just anything to keep myself from being stuck on the ground for really long. There's 2 different ways you can cancel your slide in this game. You can do a turn cancel, so if you're going right, you'll fast fan. If you're going right, you can turn to the left, obviously. But you can also press the A button if you're not holding down, and that will also cancel your slide. So it's like you were trying to jump out of your slide, but instead you just stop. So that's why you can't jump out of slides, basically. As you saw there, deaths are actually really short in this game, especially if you die in a pit like that where you don't get the death sprite. So like that death only cost me maybe about 7 or 8 seconds. Like,
yeah,
it's not a really
about
big...
8 seconds for sure.
Yeah, it's a really, really minor thing usually in this game. See if we can get this jump. Hey, nope, nope, not quite.
Yeah, not being able to jump out of your slides, it prevents you from doing what you could do in 3, 4, and 5, where you could extend your hitbox off of a ledge and get a longer jump because you have the horizontal hitbox. But because you're forced to stop, you don't get that advantage in this game.
Yeah.
It's more in this game. It's like every single slide has to be pre-planned, whereas you could kind of improvise it. 4, 5, and to a lesser extent 3.
Yeah.
So you want to get to a ledge, do your slide cancel, and then inch over a little bit, and then jump. Which
takes discipline.
Indeed, but with enough practice, you can get it really smooth, so it looks like it's all one movement. That was a beautiful fight.
So for whatever reason, killing bosses on the right side of the wall is usually ideal. But even if you kill them somewhere else, jumping up against the right wall will reduce lag. I guess for whatever reason, it gets rid of some of the sprites.
Yeah, it moves the bubbles out of the screen faster.
So it's kind of weird, but so you'll see me try to route the boss fights in a way so that they're dying hopefully on the right side and hopefully with me in the position on the right side as well.
The other way, if you finish the fight in the center, is to shoot a bunch of shots, and that'll also clear the bubbles faster.
Nope, you want to slide. It's like a really quick slide cancel.
Oh.
Shooting will lag the game pretty bad, actually.
Oh, really?
You definitely don't want to shoot.
Weird.
So this is my favorite stage. This is actually the very first stage I learned of this game because I really enjoyed this stage when I tried to speedrun it casually, like before properly learning the route. There's a lot of really cool buster sections where the screens really flow nicely. You'll see that in the last room for sure. Let's see if Roland's a jerk. Yep, thanks, buddy.
Rolled by Roland.
What a good guy. We call that guy Roland because we deemed it was necessary to name him because he's so terrible.
Huh, I always thought Roland was a different guy. I hadn't actually heard where you guys got it from. I kept thinking it was the shooter guy in Tomahawk Man.
Oh.
I was
He's also a jerk,
reference
but
called The Dark Tower. I was like, oh, Roland.
not enough is like a jerk to get a
little...
nickname.
Okay, good thing you came up with a name because I can't even describe what those things are.
Yeah. From what Pot Dots told me, that one's named Roland, and then all other enemies are Roland-type enemies.
Pretty much.
So that's what I go with.
Just imitating. Good stage. Fun
There's some names for other enemies that we've come up with as well, too.
Yeah.
That'll be later on.
While whether or not you start with Flame Man or Wind Man is somewhat comparable of time difference, it's really nice having the air shoot. Wind Man's weapon during this fight because you're more subject to the RNG of him using the flames, which block your buster shots normally.
Right. So yeah, the only real RNG with this fight is his jumps. Like, since wind will go right through his shield, like Duck was saying. So as long as he stays on the ground, the fight is pretty manageable. Buster, it's a lot worse. Like, we see some people still run flame first, but yeah, the Buster shots, you can still hit him when there's the firewalls in front of him, but you have to kind of place the shot just above them so that it's still low enough to hit him in the head. So it's a lot harder than the Windman fight to execute. So usually Windman first is the preferred route. Heading into Terex's favorite stage.
Best damage boost in the game coming up.
Yeah. So if you do a turn cancel on ice here, you rubber band backward. So on that boost there, I tried to actually do it a little bit slower so that it was a little more obvious. But I actually cancel my slide with A and then turn left, and that maintains my momentum backward into the enemy for that boost.
Yeah, so an interesting, just I guess, emergent effect of slide canceling and ice physics. It actually becomes an interesting best thing you can do. Sadly, that's the only spot.
Oh wow,
That's
that was
It's
dangerous.
really scary slide. That's fun.
Let's checkpoint room, so.
I probably will fail, Butter.
Okay.
Yo, we didn't get margarine. Okay, let's just not slide. I'm just gonna wait on the first.
As long as we don't get
first gap of
margarine,
shame.
it's fine.
I'll go for this little bomb skip. Nope, failed.
Yeah. Going one cycle through that whole ship area is
It's a
called
little tight,
butter
yeah.
because it's really smooth.
I have trouble making it to the second gap. Which would be impossible. I don't know if this is a thing anymore.
Some people. Terex will go for it all the time. I think Fasta does when he's going for RTA attempts as well. It saves like 4 some seconds or something. But oh, I'm sorry, Percy, if you're here. I forgot to moonwalk for you.
Sometimes a subpixel will show up there, so you can slide right past the bombs, but it's really dangerous.
So this guy's kind of like the drill man of this game a little bit. He can roll, and when he rolls, you can't hit him. Okay, 2 is
Really
pretty
nice.
average.
Really nice.
An ideal pattern is he doesn't open with a roll, and that way you can get to the right side of him. And then even when he does roll, they're all short rolls. He doesn't go all the way across the screen, but it's just random, so. The next stage is Plant. Plant's got some pretty scary jumps in it, so we'll see how those go. I'm gonna go for them at least once. So.
Great background music. Just, I really think one of the highest points of Mega Man 6 is, like, even though you might think of other tracks of Mega Man games being really, really memorable, I think this game has real high density of great music. Like, every song is really good.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I really, really like 6's soundtrack. Makes it a really enjoyable game to run, too, because I don't get tired of listening to it. Oh, God.
Oh. This is fine.
I can't even shoot right now. I'm just gonna walk off this edge.
Well, that was Mega Man 6.
Hey!
It's a new world's record!
Sorry, Pot Tot. Rip your 33,
Dude,
Mega
this
Man
block.
6 in 8 minutes.
Time.
Should I try the other cart?
Yeah, let me go get an adapter. We'll start over.
Okay.
You can grab my card.
Holy shit.
That was a nice trick.
Oh!
I've never seen that strap before, but sequence break.
How's that going? I've never used one before.
Gotta like wiggle it in, probably. It's usually kind of tight.
Oh, okay.
Do you want a password to start?
Sure, just add me to Plant.
It's
Yeah.
up to you either way.
Yeah, sure.
It's the password block.
Snag my EverDrive or something. Yeah.
Try that.
Link transference.
Oh, you have saved files?
It's not for 6, but we can find a password.
Oh, yeah. So, I'm sorry, who did you get a beaten over?
Wind, Flame, and Blizzard.
Hey, sorry. That should be good. Yeah, just wait. Hello? NES exploded. Here, let me just... Yeah, wait. Okay, well, we got. Is that a RGB?
Yeah, it's mine.
I've got my RGB. Yes. I mean.
Do you want to grab my Mega Man 6 card as well? Should be downstairs, I think.
Going too fast.
Yeah.
Good marathon.
Yeah.
Burned it out.
Ah.
Burned it out.
Burn it out. You get
Might
out.
as well take a break and go for a rip, eh?
Yeah. Going out for a rip.
That's the wrong one.
That was a Famicom.
Yeah.
Had that happen, so it just kept hitting me.
Whoa! You got a quick O, dude.
What? What happened?
Okay, so we had flame, wind, and flame
Oh.
blizzard or blizzard.
Rip console.
Damn.
Where do we find alphabetical?
Mega Man 6 is vicious.
Called schmops, right?
Mega Man. There's Mega Man 6.
Perfect.
Oh, is just you want to turn off load state
Oh, sure.
just in case.
Sure, yeah.
Load. Okay, it is off. Just making sure. I just pressed it. Multiple on-hand RGB AV
It's
Famicoms.
the best feeling. I have just a normal NES at home.
I
Okay,
got a password for you.
you got one?
So, alright, we've got A1 and A3. B3. Cock 2. And fuck 5.
Agreed. Agreed. Alright, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright.
This is Mega Man 6.
The sequence
Plant
broke
Man
to the
stage.
beginning of the stage.
See if we can actually get to the checkpoint room this time. But yeah, so there's platforms at the end of the stage. We call them plant forms. Technically, you're supposed to open them up with busters so you can stand on them. But you can stand on them for about a really short period of time. I think
It gets 3
there's sort
frames
of
for
a-
the first one and
no,
5
it-
frames after, I believe.
There's been an argument recently in the community
Yeah,
of
there's
what
like
it
a
is. People have been
huge-
saying it's 6 frames now. I really don't think it's that big of a window.
No,
but,
it's
but
pretty
they
tight.
frame counted it, so that's what it was. So I'm gonna go with that because I haven't. So I'm not gonna go off what I
Yeah,
don't know.
people say different things
Yeah,
for that all the time.
the 6 runners say it's a 4 frame window.
I say
but,
that seems accurate.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't tested it myself, so
right.
So yeah, Flame Man's weapon is the metal blade. I think it does 3 damage.
4, yeah.
4 damage?
Yeah,
Oh
so
my
like
God.
these gorillas have 24 health, so you have to hit them 6 times with flame as opposed to 24 times with buster.
7 times, I think.
No, 6.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
6 shots
So
in
here we
one
go.
jump, ideally. Oh.
Oh, nice.
All right, hard part done.
Ooh.
Second hard part. You want to be really far to the right side of these springs. Okay, we're good. Because this jump is kind of tight,
Very nice.
Nice.
so we're good.
I mean,
That's the hardest stage in the game for sure. Well, it's the hardest 8 robot stage in the game. The hardest stage in the game is probably X4, but that stage can be easier if you want to play it safer too. So those jumps are not really hard, but they're kind of scary. Yo, we got the nice setup pattern.
Yeah. So when
Sorry about
your
that.
sprite is exactly in the middle of Plant Man's sprite, he gets confused and then he doesn't jump to the walls anymore. He just runs across the screen like a madman.
1 is 6-hit cycle.
That's what happens there. And you can get a lot of.
I'm waiting for
a lot
that
of
in
hits.
chat right now. You're supposed to be able to get 6 hits in before he puts up a second shield. So, but it's pretty precise. Like you can't be screwing around getting it. I unfortunately put a shot into his iframes, so I didn't get it. We'll see. We'll have another try at it later. So these Coltons, they got quite a bit of health, 6 as well. So we try to kill as many of them as we can there with Flame too, because Flame just 2 shots them obviously. Oop. Now I'm down a flame. Well, I'll skip killing a Met here, so I'll be okay. You want to have 4 flame for the last room to do it optimally. So I try to always do that because that last room without flame is really terrible if you have to do it without.
So Mega Man 6 is kind of unique in that there are multiple pathways through some of the levels, usually intended to be gotten through with jet or power adapters. And a couple of them are, I think there's actually different versions of bosses in a couple of the levels as well.
There's a mini boss in one of the levels in one of the alternate paths.
Yeah.
In Yamato. We won't see him, unfortunately.
And usually the alternate boss is to give the beat letter, but we don't collect the beat letters in this run.
Yeah, we'll get 1 beat letter because it is faster in Yamato to go to the alternate path, but most of the alternate paths are slower. But they give you the beat letters. Unfortunately, beat is even worse in 6 than he is in 5, though, so it's not worth collecting him. He doesn't deal any damage to bosses, and depending on the amount of health an enemy has, because he'll one-shot enemies, but if an enemy has 6 health, it'll take 6 ammo. So it can be useful, but not in a speedrun. Since menus, as you can see, the menu is a really like elaborate thing. It loads up, not like Mega Man 1, 2, or 3. So like
Especially
anytime,
just like the adapters.
yeah,
It's really slow.
So like anytime you need a menu to weapon, it's got to save you a decent amount of time. Otherwise, it's not really worth it. Something like Anniversary Collection, maybe, just because you can quick weapon swap, but unfortunately, routing for this is a little bit harder than that.
Also, you can't switch to the adapter weapons while dashing, so...
Right, yeah, while you're sliding, you
It's
can't.
another
So
limitation, for sure.
you have to make sure you're in standing animation.
Which is weird, because you can switch to the regular weapons while sliding, so...
You can make it look like you switch while sliding, though, because if you frame perfect pause after canceling a slide, you'll still actually pause in the slide animation.
It's pretty
I know
neat.
Potdot always tries to do that.
I do too.
So every Robot Master in this game is themed off of a country, I think, or a region, maybe?
Sort of, yeah.
And this is Japan, man. I guess we could have started pointing out the previous ones, but I thought that was an interesting difference from the previous games. And also, weren't 2 of these bosses
Night and
selected
Wind
from
North America.
North American's Nintendo Power Robot
Competition.
Master Creation Contest?
Yeah.
Knight and Centaur?
No, Wind.
Knight and Wind,
Yeah.
okay. Who are, I guess, what, England and China?
Yeah,
China and
Wind
England.
Man is China, yeah. For some reason.
We need Ice Plug here to sing the words.
Nice switch.
Alright, that's a good stage. Yamato stage is usually, it's one of the shorter stages, and it's one of the easier ones. There's not very many enemies in your way. Not very many death pits, so usually when you get here in a speedrun, it's like a good feeling. So it's like, okay, here's not really a free stage, but it's a lot simpler than some of the other ones. Pretty easy boss. Well, some people say he's hard. I always found Yamato to be one of the easier ones. But 6's bosses, I think, are a little bit easier in general compared to a lot of the other games.
Yeah, bosses have the limitation of not being able to do the same thing more than twice in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the only one that doesn't follow that is Knight, because he can jump and jump and jump and jump and jump and jump and jump. But all the other ones do, yeah. So like if he jumps twice, you are guaranteed, for example for Yamato, that he'll throw his spear at you the next time. So it's a little bit easier to read them.
Yeah, you
And
can
almost every
anticipate
boss
patterns.
integrates like a single jump into their pattern. It's not like
Yeah.
there's no like Quick Man where he's all over the place. Like almost every boss has a pattern that's just a jump, so you can. In that respect, it's kind of predictable and very easy to handle most of the bosses. So how does that work?
Ooh, you
You
got the
can
super
pause
slide.
or
It
unpause or
it
take
sort of
damage.
buffers it a little bit, yeah. If you're in the slide, you can kind of buffer that spike ceiling. Oh, did I fire one too many? I might have. You can kind of buffer that spike ceiling so that it's going to be coming up and then going back up like, right as you're still in your slide. That's a scary slide too. I shouldn't have done that one probably, but it's fun.
This is a tough section, kind of manipulating these barrel shield barrel enemies.
Oh, it is backwards.
By like shooting them at the right time to bring their head up, and it's pretty tricky. And avoiding their shots, your jumps have to be timed in such a way that you won't get either shot.
Yeah, and it's kind of awkward to knock them out of their little hidey holes with spear too. I don't know why, but spear is kind of.
Spear has a weird
Nailed it.
hitbox.
Nice. I love that room when it goes right. It's so good.
Spear has a weird hitbox because the first shot you do, the hitbox is on the top, I think, and then the second shot, it's on the bottom.
Well,
So-
they angle differently. Like it's
Yeah.
not like a straight shot like the Buster.
Right.
But you can keep track. You can kind of predict where each one's going to be.
Yeah, it's based on your ammo. So depending on if your ammo's like an odd or an even number, basically, one it'll arc up or down.
Oh, okay.
So you always are guaranteed to have the same. Like for that Mad Nerd room, we have our spears set up in a very specific one, so that we guarantee our first spear will be down.
Right. Nicknames again. Yeah, we call those guys mad nerds. The ones that run at you after they get shot at.
They have like a cap and tassel and get pissed when you
Yeah.
take it from them.
Yeah, there's only one weapon that actually one-shots, and it's Blizzard, so you never really see that too much. Maybe in hacks.
That's a bizarre thing. And then again, no one uses Blizzard
Yeah.
for anything.
Yeah.
This game has like 3 or 4 metal blade like quality weapons. Like weapons in this game are generally really effective.
Yeah.
Like a Centaur is I want to say it's one of my favorite speed stages just to watch, both underwater physics and
Yeah.
an abundance of weapon usage.
Oh yeah.
Yo, we got the Metroid boost. Miracle jump, we're good.
That's a tough.
Can't believe you went for that.
I always go with that. That was actually a really good first room. I'm happy with that.
That was amazing.
I did something different there, which is why it threw me. I know, right before the checkpoint. Now I'm gonna fail everything. Water room. Some guys do this room with Knight. I like to do it with Buster just because I'm more comfortable with it. Oops. Forgot to shoot that guy. Oh. Jump, please. Okay. That's alright. See if we can go for this new strat here.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nope. Give me that.
Oh boy.
Get up there. Okay, well, that
Living
was
dangerously.
improvised, but it was... I'm not dead. So I guess that's alright.
So the new strat works.
I mentioned abundance of weapon usage, but I didn't realize you could just beast this with the Buster like that. That was nice.
Yeah, there's some pretty cool strats with Knight in the underwater area there. I haven't learned them, but... Okay, play that one safe. Oh, nice. I'm gonna go for a jump here. Probably won't get it because it's silly, but we'll see. Okay, never mind. Nailed it. You can jump off the bottom of ladders in this game for whatever reason. It's kind of silly, but
Subpixels, I'm pretty sure.
they, for whatever reason, when you climb to the bottom of a ladder without releasing it, you get like 3 frames of standing. And if you let go of down and hit A fast enough before those standing frames wear off, you can jump off the bottom of them. So it's kind of neat. Yo, nice teleport. Every time Centaur teleports, you lose about 2 seconds. So he's on his way to giving me the worst pattern. Yo, thanks, Centaur. What a nice guy.
Base Centaur.
Alright, so not too bad. One unfortunate death, but the rest of it was alright. I was gonna say I might be on my last life now, but I won't be because the Windman death isn't on this now since I had the password. Pushing into my neck. There's a new strat, well, sort of new. It's not really new, I guess, because the TAS has been doing it for a while, but nobody's really done it because RTA, we thought it was just slower, but oops. I'll try to go. I'll be going for it here. We used to, after we break through, there's a window about halfway through the stage that we break, and after we go through it, we used to switch to Buster. But technically, we found out because of just the menus, it's slower to do so. So I'm gonna stay on POW suit for that room, and we'll see how it goes. This jump that I'm gonna try to do here, hopefully I get it. Saves about 30 frames, so it's totally worth it. All right, we're good.
30 frames. Nice.
Yeah, I can't slide into the jet or power form. That's the biggest drawback.
Yeah. Which is why I think for a lot of us, like, we thought this was slower just because, we're losing out on slide, but
But you don't have to switch as much.
you don't have to switch.
And the switch to it is really slow.
Yeah. So unfortunately, had to remenu there because I missed the block, but that's alright. I'm not going for a PB. I love this boss because he has no iframes, so you can just mash as hard as you can. Placing like the flames on the floor and the wall there, he'll sort of drive into them.
I found that this
easy.
game has a lot of interesting X and Wily stage bosses. They're all like bizarre looking machines, rather
Yeah.
than like in 5 you fought more Robot Master style bosses, and previous games just didn't have a whole lot of bosses. Like 3 had the dot robots.
Yeah.
This one has all sorts of crazy machines. They're usually pretty easy though, but it's found it to be interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. Okay.
Nice.
That was scary.
It was really scary.
So weird.
Yeah, you just kind of mash slide there and hope it goes smooth.
This boss actually for this stage is one of my least favorite because he can be really annoying. You can,
really deceptive in how you have to place your
Yeah.
tomahawk shots.
and you can even place a shot in the right spot and still miss because
Yeah,
he'll
he moves
he'll juke
randomly,
you
so I call him the wall jerk because no better name for him. Yeah, because he's on the wall and he's a real big jerk.
No, so definitely appropriate. Unless you're dodging all these falling boulders, right?
Yeah. Yeah, as long as the leftmost rock leaves me alone, hopefully. Leftmost rock, please. Leftmost rock. Okay,
Ooh,
that was
Pretty good.
that's fine.
It's like 2 or 3. Here he comes.
I'm ready. I'm ready with the block, the Herald block.
He's just reminding us of who owns the house. It's not us. So there's one of those really good pauses. Try to always pause as soon as possible after canceling the slide. This stage is like basically a lot of jet. This is where you see it the most. Since there's a lot of sections where you kind of need it, it's just not worthwhile to be on a different one.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's always terrifying to watch this this stage.
As for speed-wise, because we use so much jet in this stage, it's actually one of the more consistent time-wise. Like, you don't typically lose as much, but it doesn't mean that it's any less scary on some of the edges of these platforms.
I'm just kind of getting used to how quickly the jet ascends and descends. It's really iffy. Like, especially there's this like
You have to
2-tile high jump
decelerate
coming up.
here. Yeah.
And just
Okay.
kind of being able to handle it.
I bonked.
Also, this guy, who may be Roland,
Thanks,
loves
Roland,
to knock
tip
you into
enemy.
that pit.
Roland Jr.
Roland Jr. Yeah.
Soup punch, 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 punch. And the walk. Matongar Z. So this guy can be a real jerk. He can rush you, which really sucks. Because he actually deals quite a bit of damage. And then he can also do that, which is also really frustrating. So that was not a really nice pattern. But health-wise, I was fine, so that's good.
And know where my Herald defense is now.
Yeah, doesn't look very good.
So yeah, this is the hardest stage for sure in the game. There's some really risky slides that you can go for. I'm probably gonna not do very many of them because I don't want to die like 50 times. I've seen a lot of runs of like the top runners die in this stage.
Yeah, I've lost a lot of runs to this, definitely.
Just gonna walk that one. Alright.
You have to carefully plan out your night shot usage.
Yeah, you run out of, or you have like enough night for this stage, but you do have to be careful because you need at least 7 night for Centaur in the refights, so you can't burn through all of it. So I've got about 3 more here I can use, maybe 4, and then I've got to stop. Sometimes you get lucky and you get a drop, which makes these rooms a lot nicer to go through. Probably just gonna walk these. But like I'm at 8 now, so I'm probably just gonna play this super save and do that. Got lots of health for this fight too, which is nice because this fight can be a pain. This boss's weakness is technically Flame, but I'm trying to save Flame for a couple of the later stages and boss fights, so...
Nice.
Oh. Okay. Kind of a slow start there, but the rest of the fight was good. Best part of the game, right there.
Failed.
Failed.
They misspelled failed. Of all words to misspell.
It was Wily.
So it was Wily all along, unfortunately. We still didn't get a new villain, so Mr. X was just the ruse. So now we're off to Wily's true castle.
Finally, a different song.
Yeah. Yeah, that was something interesting. Like, 5 and 6 are both like that, where they have just one song for like their first castle and second castle.
Fortunately, it's a great song, but like
Yeah.
playing the game for the
Song,
first time you hear it for a while.
Yeah. Oh, that's not good. Alright. That sucks, but... Yeah, this is a lot of people's one of their favorite songs.
It's great. Yeah, it's the same like melody as the final battle. It's a good one.
Yeah. And here you'll see the jet use of deceleration again.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a shortcut here. Go faster.
You have to be holding left going down here because they were jerks and they put spikes right there.
Yeah. The boss for this stage, for a long time, was a ridiculous endeavor. Quite a mystery in even how his hitbox worked. But recently we sort of figured out that it wasn't actually the hitbox that was the issue, it was the spear that was the problem. Because the spear flies at a speed of like 6 pixels. Was it a frame or something? What is it? It's something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
And Mechasaurus's hitbox is only 4 pixels wide. So there's like every 2 pixels there's an area where you can't hit him. But we found out that if you're up against the wall, it's a correct spot. So I just let these platforms take me up top and then try to fire from the wall. Ooh, I held right there though. I'm also getting low. Okay.
Nice.
I think I've got 7 left, so we're good. So that fight can be kind of annoying, because for a long time we didn't understand what was causing him to eat spears. But...
The task actually gets onto like a subpixel that's like on his face, I think. And just
Okay,
mashes
so it
into
hits
him.
it as early as possible.
Yeah. It's pretty strange.
nice honk.
There had to be at least one.
Again, taking another shortcut. Oh. These guys, dude.
Yeah.
There. Got a couple of them at least. A few more mad nerds.
Again, conserving enough flame for the refights.
Yeah, I need to have enough for Blizzard.
This guy is a complete joke.
Yeah, yeah, this is a good boss. I like this boss. I like bosses that die fast.
What do I call him? The walking derp?
He got me.
The rolling derp. Right.
Oh, he got me again. All right, that was a pretty bad fight actually, but it's still pretty
It
fast.
always reminded me of one of those like back scratcher, back massager.
Yeah.
Back scratcher.
Get your back scratcher. Yeah. So just refights now, and then the final Wily stage. So we're just on the home stretch. Some of these jumps look a little scary, but the fans carry you pretty far. Now we need a lot of Tomahawk because the last forms of Wily are all Tomahawk, are all weak to Tomahawk.
Another Metal Blade.
Mega
this
Man 6
game.
face. Oh, I'm not gonna make it. Yeah, that was my bad. So let's see what Blizzard does for us. I'm gonna wait to see what he does first because I think I have exact ammo. I don't want to waste one. Oh, okay. Well, rip. That kind of sucks, but that's alright.
Nice backup.
There's no real crazy route through the refights in this game. It's just follow around the horn kind of thing. Hey, we got a good pattern. Oh, I did it again. So this is not really great. Ah. Where am I going, actually? C-Flash. Alright, let's
And-
focus to not do that again.
You notice that he switched to C-Flash before the boss so that he can get a hit on the first frame possible. But I think you want to generally switch in the boss room. after
Only
you
in this
teleport.
one, yeah.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, if you don't switch before grabbing this health, you get an extra little bit of lag before entering the Centaur, or as you enter the Centaur capsule. Like, not lag, but like it takes longer to go in. It's kind of weird. But it's only that capsule. Oh, nice, dude.
Again.
Let's go back to POW!
5%.
This is totally the route.
Yep.
Alright. Should just stay on POW at this point. I've got exact ammo again for this fight, so if I miss again, I gotta do it. Three already fights. Knight can be a jerk and jump a lot, but...
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Almost.
No 6 hits from either fight. It's a shame.
It's okay.
It's tricky to do, but... Ah. Hey, got pot top jump. Alright, so just one stage to go. Again, all forms are weak to Tomahawk, so I kind of have to be careful of my usage. I can't be wasting any, because even with full ammo coming into this stage, basically, I'll pick up a refill here, but with full ammo, I only have like 2 extra Tomahawks, so if I miss more than 2 anywhere, I'll run out. So it's really important to make sure my shots count.
And notice how he jumped off that ledge. If he had slid off that ledge, he wouldn't be able to get into that corridor. Like sometimes, I don't know if that's actually like for all cases, but I find that it works that way. I don't know.
Alright. Nice.
Here
Good
you can get
form.
an early shot in before he charges up.
Oh, there's one. Ah. Still have one extra.
You're good.
Get ready on time.
Oh, jerk.
Oh, there's another one. That's the worst. Okay, I'm not even gonna shoot at that.
Worst place you could possibly spawn, yeah.
I hit his iframes.
Huh? Oh.
And you don't have night. Uh-oh.
Give me a nice spawn.
How
Dying.
Time. Yeah.
It's alright.
Well, that includes some of the Famicom explosion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess.
Dr. Wily.
That's true.
Dr. Wily.
Cool. So yeah, that's Mega Man 6. I recommend playing it if you haven't. Like, this game came out after the Super Nintendo, so a lot of people missed it. But it's definitely a fun one. I played it like way later, and it was my favorite casual playthrough. So,
Yeah.
despite the issue with the slides, I know like a lot of players when they play a game casually it's not really an issue for them because they're not typically sliding all over the place anyway. So, it's actually a pretty enjoyable casual game. Like,
Yeah,
even
many
if
people
you
find it to be the easiest casually.
yeah,
I'd say.
so it's a good starting game
But as
actually.
a
Yeah.
speedrun, it's actually quite difficult.
Yeah.
Just because of the